Just let it rip.
Thanks for joining us for the PHNX Suns pregame show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's #1 sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you know whenever we are live. I'm Lindsey Smith here with Saul, Bookman, and Espo. Guys, what are we going to do to get some energy around these parts?
I have the perfect remedy. Earlier today, Espo brought to my attention a comment on our podcast ratings on Apple.
Who should I read
basically, it? Yeah, if you have it.
Yeah, I have it. Hold on. I have it right here.
It's really solid.
Get fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Titled Yelling. Y'all are stupid. 3, 2, 1, delete. Just yelling and very bad analysis. Espo's an idiot, and Saul isn't too far behind. So woo!
What's his name? Or their name?
Go Suns 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody set this up just to do this.
That's all it was.
So congratulations. A 1-star review.
Yeah, and I have a 1-star review to you as well. How about that? Listen, come on. The analysis is bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not understand? Basketball has a ball and a hoop and it goes in. That's how this works. Idiot.
I wasn't expecting that off the top. I'm not going to lie.
I had to dig deep for that one because have we're kind of dragging ass today.
We are.
So you wanted to just get me angry. That's
it's funny. It's funny all of the different reactions because my feelings just get hurt. I don't get angry. My feelings just get hurt when I get a bad review.
I don't. My feelings.
And then
don't
I
get
sulk
hurt.
for like 3 whole days, and I'm like, am I really that bad?
Listen, don't tell the people that, Lindsey. We'll never see you again.
I've been like idiot. I'm like, that's the best you got. Yeah. I've been called so many worse things, even today on Twitter. So like idiot, it doesn't do anything to me. All right. But by the way, Tony, which tinfoil hat club thing do you think is coming true? I've had a few of them, so let me know in the comments what you think.
I feel like it's the one that Steve Nash went to Brooklyn to break things up so that we could get Kevin Durant. Like he infiltrated to make sure that we could win in the end.
Can I ask a real question to the chat right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you really want Kevin Durant at this point?
It depends on what we have to give up at this point.
There's just a lot of fucking...
I don't know that I'm willing to give up as much anymore.
There's a lot of trash out there in Brooklyn right now. There's just a lot of stuff going on. I don't want any part of anybody associated with that organization, Steve Nash included. I don't want any of those dudes.
Yeah. So we've got Connor says 8. So you said a scale of 1 to 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Connor says 8. Charles says 6. Puente says 0. Musab says 10. Patrick 2. And then the list goes on and on and on. But there's 6, 10 and there's a 0 and everything in
I think
between.
if you asked most of these people earlier in the summer, they would all have said 8, 9, 10.
Right.
And I think that has definitely calmed down just a bit.
Hey, it helps when you start 5-1. It helps when your bench that looked like a dumpster fire looks like it could actually be one of those special groups that just feed off of each other and play well. I mean, yeah, if you're not giving up much, like Emmanuel says, Crowder, Saric, Landry, and some picks, okay, fine. Yeah. I'll take that swing. But if you want McHale, no, I'm not going there. Cam, I'm not even sure about right now. I know that he's been up and down, but I'd rather just roll with it at this point. and then look,
Saul's like, I'll ship Cam off in a heartbeat. You're such a Cam hater.
No,
you are.
So trading Cam Johnson for Kevin Durant, it makes me a hater?
Yeah,
no,
that's right.
No. I mean,
that's absolutely right.
Everybody that's a Suns fan is a hater of Cam Johnson.
Haters.
Oh my gosh.
I look at it and I go, how much of Brooklyn's mess is on KD? Is any of it?
A little bit, yes, but I don't think it all. You can't put all of it on KD's shoulders.
He's big on Kyrie. He wanted Kyrie there. He wanted Kyrie to stay, and that's why supposedly he decided to stay. Like, I mean, he has to take some responsibility.
But how long ago was that? Kyrie didn't start popping off too crazy until the last handful of years. That wasn't that before then?
No, that was this summer. Part of him
basically once he got to Brooklyn.
Oh, you mean like re-upping?
The wheels have come off for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Anyway, it's irrelevant. I was curious to see what Suns fans.
Well, I mean, it's not irrelevant because this does open the door for more changes in Brooklyn.
All this does right
and
now
that creates more opportunity for the Suns to maybe get back into the conversation.
Oh, it's, all right, they're not back in the conversation. According to a lot of Suns fans, they are in the conversation
right now. Pump the brakes. Let's put on the tinfoil hat. Join me in the corner.
Okay, do we need to break this down, or does everybody know at this point what's happening?
I think
obviously Steve Nash got fired from the Brooklyn Nets, and things are going crazy.
Kyrie tweeted some anti-Semitic link to a film and a book, like all the mess there. But put the tinfoil hat on with me here, right?
Okay.
I think Kyrie and KD may have tanked from a basketball perspective. Not the stuff KD's doing off the court, but from a basketball perspective, because everything said they didn't want Steve Nash. Yeah. So was the poor performance on the court done strategically to get Nash out of there? You know, not that, I mean, Udoka is the guy supposedly that they're going to get, and he comes with his own load of baggage from Boston as well. Like, I don't know that it makes the mess any better, but that's a guy that is liked by some in Brooklyn. So I don't know. That, to me, it feels like they may have done that. You know, I don't know that I don't know that there's going to be any other major changes in Brooklyn anytime soon.
I'll also say this about Steve Nash right now. If let's just focus on Steve Nash, right?
Okay.
He's the beloved son, one of the greatest point guards in NBA history, obviously all that stuff, right? He's a terrible coach. He wasn't a very good coach there. Now, the situation was pretty difficult in the first place with the egos and the control freaks that he has over there. I get that. But at the same time, there was some basic things that Steve Nash just did not do during his tenure as the Nets coach. And I don't see what benefit it would be to bring him back to Phoenix when Phoenix is on a roll. They've got a good system going. What would Steve Nash bring to the fold?
Warm fuzzies. I don't know.
I don't have any.
It's more of a fan thing than anything.
But I don't have any link. I have no like my enjoyment of Steve Nash was as a player. Right. I can separate him as a player and him as a coach. As a person, from what I've heard from a lot of people, he's enjoyable to be around. Very positive type of dude. So maybe in that respect, I could get it. But outside of that, there's no benefit to bringing him into this organization for any reason whatsoever. So just, let it go.
No, look, I don't blame Steve Nash for taking a head coaching job and making tens of millions of dollars to do it. Like, to me, if somebody offered me $35 million over 5 years to go coach a team right now, I'd be like, yeah, no problem. I'll go do that. Like, I don't begrudge him.
I don't know if I would do that even to go coach the Nets right now. If somebody was like, $5 million, I'll do it right now. I'm like,
yes, you would.
Yeah, you would.
I don't think I would.
Yes, you would.
Bro, guaranteed? $5 million guaranteed. You would too. Don't even play.
That's such a lie.
You are so full of shit.
Such a liar.
I don't think I would.
You're such a liar.
Yeah, like
I would bench Kyrie the whole time.
That's fine, but you get $5 million.
Then you get fired in 3 weeks, and you still get $5 million.
Exactly.
Like, there was a no lose here.
Come back?
Nash was getting his money.
If you get fired, you do whatever you want.
Can I come back here?
Yeah, of course.
You have to pay us a fee.
I mean, I'll be GM
if you
then.
Come back. We need like a $500,000 fee.
Yeah, like
now $15 million. Now you're talking.
Connor says replace Landry with Nash. I don't think that would go too well. But yeah, overall, I wouldn't want Nash to come back just because. Oh, it's cool to have Steve Nash as part of the staff. No, I'm good, thanks. So
yeah, I don't know about that one. If you want to bring him back as like an ambassador, if he's like, I tried the coaching thing and I didn't like it, I'm gonna hang up the hat and go back to doing whatever else I want to do. You can bring him in as like,
I don't know.
If you want to put a real legend on your radio broadcast instead of calling someone that isn't one a legend, you could put Steve Nash in there. Yeah, I went there. Yeah.
Espo throwing match.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
read between the lines.
Either way, all I know is that this drama is not going away anytime soon. It's going to be drama all season long. At least up until the trade deadline for the Brooklyn Nets, because everyone is going to be talking about them. Everyone is going to be, the rumors are going to be abundant, to say the least. And I know the Suns are going to be linked to that because of how much we were linked to it in the offseason.
Connor, he said radio, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Eddie Johnson, so it wasn't that. Let's go there.
All right. Well, now that we got all that out of the way, of course, we'll continue to monitor all this drama. And if anything does actually affect the Suns, we will talk about it. But we do have a game tonight.
Are people... No, I was not talking about Albacoy. How direct do I have to spell it?
I mean, he is a legend.
A T and a K. All right, there you go. Let's move on.
Let's talk about Suns versus Timberwolves tonight.
Someday I'll tell that story.
Boy, oh boy.
Go ahead, Lindsey.
Oh my God, I can't wait to
A battle of the bigs. And unfortunately, one of our bigs is not going to be playing again. DA is still out with that left ankle sprain. Ish Wainwright is out. He's not with the team for personal reasons, but silver lining, Torrey Craig, who was questionable coming into tonight's game with left heel soreness, will play.
I thought you were about to say why Ish Wainwright wasn't going to be here. I was like, damn, that's not a silver lining.
No, that's not. I would never. So at least we've got Torrey Craig available tonight. I know Torrey was kind of iffy there for a minute, and Monty even said in his pregame presser today that after practice yesterday, he wanted to play one-on-one with the guys and get in a few more shots and just do a little bit more court work. And Monty had to pull him aside and be like, hey, you're already struggling with a minor injury, some bumps and bruises here. Maybe take it easy. Like, don't do this and you can play tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, and they need him tonight because there's a good chance they're going to have to play small ball, right? At some point to counteract the big lineup of the Timberwolves and try to force the Timberwolves to at least take one of those guys, Cat or Gobert, off the floor at some time. And you need Torrey, and as someone in the chat mentioned, you're going to need, it was Emmanuel, you're going to need Josh Okogie tonight too against his former team. I said this half jokingly earlier today to Saul, but it would not shock me if you're getting 10 to 20 minutes out of Okogie tonight, because I think they're gonna have to go small. How do you counteract Gobert and Cat on the floor? You can't have Cam Johnson trying to defend Karl-Anthony Towns all night. You've got to put it to where you force them to have to change their lineup. You have to run them off the court at some point.
Okogie ain't going to do that.
Well, he's going to play defense,
but you need to force their way on the offensive side, not defensive side.
Yeah, I think
because defensive side you have a disadvantage with Okogie, because if he's going to try and match up with any one of those two dudes, you're toast.
He can play against Ant and help on that side. I think you're going to see him. You're going to see him.
Ant would drop 50 on his head.
You're going to see Damian Lee tonight. You're going to see Torrey Craig.
But
you're
will
not
we
gonna
see Dario?
You're not going to see Dario.
I don't agree with Espo. I think you're going to see the Suns play the same game they've been playing all season. They're a very consistent team. They're going to force you to match up to them. They're going to impose their will. I think they learned that in the biggest of ways last year against the Mavs, how they just kind of fell apart because the Mavs were dictating what they were going to do. And this is a different team with the T-Wolves. They got different types of issues. Towns is shooting a decent clip from deep. That's the main threat right there. But to me, I don't know. Like the biggest thing about the Suns right now is you got to keep the Wolves off the boards. Mm-hmm. If you can keep the Wolves off the boards, listen. If Rudy Gobert comes down with anything less than 12 rebounds, you won the night. And Cat, he's kind of all over the place with his rebounds. Sometimes he's 6, sometimes he's 15. You just never know because he is a perimeter-based kind of guy. I think the Suns are not going to. I think they're just going to try and out-execute them and try to play better as good team defense as possible. I don't think they're necessarily going to go small and put like an Okogie in the lineup, because Okogie can't shoot for shit. And if you're trying to spread these guys out and attack the hoop or shoot from the perimeter, Okogie's not that guy.
I think Cam Johnson's going to get eaten alive if you just play a regular lineup tonight. I think he is giving up too much to Cat tonight.
Yeah, but then Cat's also got to guard him on the offensive side.
I think that it's more likely he can pull that off than Cam is going to stop Cat.
Well,
gives up the height, gives up the weight. Tonight is going to be a very unique test for this Suns team. Without DA, it's going to be very difficult to go against these guys. Gobert, luckily, isn't a huge issue on the offensive end, but you're already a team that struggles with rebounding, in particular, giving up offensive rebounds. This is a hellish matchup without DA.
Emmanuel in the chat said, super important game for Cam Johnson. Got to see if he can battle down low versus Cat and if he can shoot and space consistently enough to pose a threat for Rudy.
Yep.
Well, he did have a decent start and finish Sunday.
Yeah.
So maybe we can string a full 4 quarters together tonight from Cam Johnson. That would be wonderful.
Again, you're not looking to stop Cat. You're not looking to stop Ants. Like, that's not going to happen. But you need to be able to slow them down. And I think the Suns are just going to continue to do what they've been doing, and in their way they will attack based off of their own matchups and how they're going to try and dictate the flow of this game. Because listen, Minnesota's not exactly like a slow it down team, even though they have 2 bigs, because they have a lot more flexibility than the normal big because of Cat. So I feel like the Suns they'll just try to run. They'll pick and choose their spots like they always do, and they'll try to take advantage of the Timberwolves. I was about to say Spurs up the court.
But speaking of the Spurs, I think one of the things that you can take solace in is this Minnesota team has lost twice to the Spurs, a team that appeared to be openly tanking, and Minnesota has found a way to drop 2 to them. So hopefully you're catching this team at the right time where they haven't figured out how to play with these 2 bigs, and you're not hurt too badly by not having DeAndre Ayton. But if Jock or Biz get in foul trouble tonight, like they did early the other night, this could be a very interesting evening.
Speaking of Biz, he is going to be starting again tonight. Gerald confirmed that with me just a few minutes ago. So we'll see the exact same starting 5 lineup out there to begin the game. Jock will come off the bench like normal. Monty was real hesitant to confirm that during his pregame presser, which is no surprise. That seems like Monty's MO at this point.
As if it gives you some giant advantage to not tell who your starting lineup
right?
is.
But hopefully, like you said, we don't see foul trouble, at least not early on in this one like we did on Sunday, because things could have gotten really out of hand for the Suns on Sunday night if one or both of them had fouled out before the midway through the fourth quarter, when things kind of actually finally got put away.
The Rockets, they would have been fine.
You might have had to cut the bubble wrap off Dario, so
I guess
take the shipping label off, and
I guess we'll see about Dario. Poor homie. Who you guys got tonight, and by how much? What you thinking the outcome of this game's going to be?
I have Suns by 1.
Okay, so it'll be a close one all the way through.
You all did the same thing again.
I have Suns by 2. Gerald has Suns by 3. But Espo, you threw us a curveball.
Suns by 8.
Suns by 8.
I think Monty adjusts. They find a way to either get one of these bigs in foul trouble or put them in a position where they just can't defend the way they need to against the Suns, and they win by 8. So
First shot is Mikhail.
First make or first shot?
First shot.
Okay.
What was the first make?
Mikhail.
Okay. And it's like, you got to at least, if you're going to say he's going to take the first shot, at least have faith he's going to make it.
Depends on what shot it is.
The first make is Biz tonight, is my guess.
So we've got Code and Charles think Suns by 4. Coda Kid says Suns by 13. Metal Mike, Suns by 10. Eli said it's going to be a close game because I have no beanie on. Sorry. I'll wear one tomorrow. When's our next game? Friday? I'll either wear one on Friday or Saturday. That's for sure. I'm back to back, so you're going to get one at least one of those.
We'll be
days.
at the tailgate or the takeover on Friday.
That's right. If you guys haven't bought tickets to the takeover, you should come hang out with us. We're going to have a great time at the Ainsworth before the game starts, and then we're going to go to the game together, and it's going to be a blast. So the link is in our show notes, and it's also in the Discord and on our social medias and quite literally everywhere.
There we go. Yeah.
It was on the graphic, too, but you can only see a quarter of it.
Food, drinks, giveaways, and ticket to the game. Let's go. Come hang out. Take over a whole section with us.
Man, you buried the lead. They got to hang out with us, which is really the best part.
Yeah, I was trying to get them to come, Espo, not to go away.
Okay.
All right, Espo, what does Vegas think about tonight's game?
Our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook have them at a 4-point favorite, them being the Suns. This was sitting at 3.5 earlier, so a lot of money coming in on the Suns to push that up. So I think this is a fair assessment with how well the Suns have been playing, how poorly at times the Wolves have played. It's going to be interesting.
What did you guys pick for your DraftKings random bet of the game.
I just figured the Suns are going to really they understand that they got to attack the glass and really keep these big guys off the boards. So with that being said, I think Jock Landale's an easy pick to go over on 5.5 rebounds tonight. He's been solid on the boards all season. I don't see why that would stop now.
Yeah, I went with Landale, but a different. I went with a Dubé double.
Landale Dubé double.
A Dubé double.
Dubé double.
I'm pretty sure I probably mistyped this,
Dubé
and I would just copied it. But
double.
Landale, a double for a plus 850.
Plus 850 is pretty solid.
Is that a Doobie double? If we're gonna
A
go
Doobie
with-
double.
It's brought to you by OGs. It's a Doobie double.
Doobie double.
Right? So
That's going to be kind of a tough one, Espo, I think.
I have faith in Jock.
I have faith in Jock, too. On Sunday's game, he finished with 16 points and 7 rebounds in 23 minutes. So
Doobie double.
it'll be, it's
Doobie double.
just got to get a few more rebounds there. I have Cam Johnson over 14.5 points tonight at a minus 115. It's going to be a big game for Cam because we absolutely need Cam to have a big game. So I'm betting on the fact that Cam will have a big game.
Metal Mike just said he just got done with a double double, a doobie double,
Double doobie.
a double doobie.
It's when you,
Is that a thing now? Are we making this a thing?
it's when you roll too much in that joint. It's a doobie double. All
And
right.
then Gerald has vampires are better than Timberwolves. Hashtag Team Edward at minus 30,000.
Man, that's an old ass reference. Jesus.
Gerald seems like the kind of geek that
Were
would
you
still
Team
love
Edward
that.
or were you Team? What was it? Who was the other one?
The fuck if I know.
I was Team
Jacob?
that series
Was it Jacob?
sucked.
It was Jacob.
That whole entire thing sucked.
Why?
I never watched them until I think I finally watched them all during COVID, during the
Weren't you
pandemic.
like 15 when that all was going down?
I mean, I don't know, maybe. But it never seemed interesting to me. It seemed so awful. I don't know. And I finally watched them and I'm glad I never really got into them because those movies were horrendous.
They were terrible.
absolutely awful.
I have stories.
But Gerald loves them, so
yeah,
Does Gerald
he's picking them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Twilight, right?
Sources told me that Gerald is a big Twilight
I feel like
fan.
Gerald's a Harry
Yeah.
Potter fan.
Which
Oh yeah,
Not a
but
Twilight
you can
fan.
be more than one thing. You can
Yeah.
be fans of more than one thing, Lindsay. I don't know if you knew that or not.
That's not true. You cannot be fans of more than one thing.
I heard Gerald like dressed up and went out there for the premieres, like
Yeah, shirtless.
all in. Yeah.
Shirtless, yeah.
He put sparkles on so he looked like the vampires. He was
So he
all
was
into it.
glistening in the
Yeah.
He
sun.
was all into it.
And so was his fiance.
God.
She was all glittery.
Yeah, even
That's
before
fantastic.
she knew.
Yeah, they were both there, just
Yeah, just
completely.
didn't know,
They
yeah.
didn't
Yep.
different groups, but both
Yep.
of them went. Gerald probably has a selfie where she's like in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
probably,
One of those
yeah.
cute
Yeah,
little
and
moments.
they just
that you
happen to be in
find.
the
Yeah.
same like genre.
Speaking of costumes,
Yes.
and Halloween type
Hey.
shenanigans,
Hey, look at that.
we finally did get pictures from the Halloween/birthday party that Devin throws.
You'll
every
notice who is
year.
not in these pictures. None of us three.
These costumes were pretty great. So I pulled a couple that we saw on the internet and I want to just kind of get your guys' opinions on them. So first and foremost, obviously we got to talk about Devin. He dressed up with his brother Davon as Cheech and Chong. What do you guys think?
Solid.
I took this picture, so yeah.
It's good
Solid.
camera work.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, like that was a great costume for
Oh,
the
yeah.
two of them.
It's
They
pretty
pulled it off
spot
really
on.
well. And they also had a couple extra pictures that I don't know if we have all of them, but there were a couple extra that they had took where you can see like exact scenes from a movie where they kind of
Nice.
recreated the photo,
Yeah.
which I thought was really fun.
And now that they don't test for weed, it's less concerning that they're dressed as.
I
Cheech
know
and
because
Chong.
everyone was like, "Oh, random like drug testing enters the chat in 3, 2." But no, the NBA is pretty lighthearted on that now. And then we got Chris Paul with what did we decide that we?
It's got to be like his brother or something. I
Emma
think.
said she thinks it's his dad.
Oh, it could be.
I think it is, but I could be wrong.
But I think
pretty damn
they had the
good.
best costume of the night.
Yeah,
That's
so
very
they dressed
creative.
up as Rayford Gibson and Claude Banks from the movie Life, and he posted kind of like the look, basically the inspo, so you could see exactly how well they pulled it off. I think they pulled it off pretty well.
Oh yeah.
I like that he put a little extra
Little
pooch
pouch,
in the
yeah.
in the belly area. That was a cute little addition.
I did the same for tonight's show as well.
And then DA and his lady, they channeled their inner Keanu Reeves from The Matrix and had a nice little photo shoot. There's even more pictures. DA shared this on his stories the other day, but I thought they did a really great job. This looks like it'd be the most comfortable costume.
I don't know.
Comfortable.
I don't understand.
They're in leather.
It's a trench coat, though. It's just nice and warm and easy.
Isn't she in leather pants?
Have you ever worn leather pants?
Yeah,
It's
they're not leather on the inside.
Yeah, but they're still like stiff.
Have you not seen Friends where Ross tries to put on the leather pants, puts them back on?
The lotion has
Not
mixed with
easy.
the powder. It's made of paste.
That's not how they are these days. I don't know what to tell you how it was back in the day, but now the inside is just normal, like, pant material.
All right.
I don't buy it.
Well, I don't know.
Also, put some stuff on your bookshelves there, Ayton's. What the hell?
Champ said Matrix or
didn't even
Blade.
notice that.
I think they put the
said it was
hashtag
Matrix.
Matrix, so that's why
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was the
Matrix,
Matrix,
yeah.
but I could be completely wrong. And then we had Damian Lee and Sadell Curry and their little baby did a Batman theme. Damian was the Joker, pulled it off really well.
That's
Sadell was
terrifying.
Catwoman and the little baby was Batman, which was adorable.
How scared must that kid be that dad looks
Right.
like that, right? Like,
But possibly. This is true.
my kid freaked out when I shaved my beard. I can't imagine dressing as that with a
I
baby.
guess maybe
you know?
if you see him get ready, I
she
don't know,
was a
maybe it's a
baby.
little less.
To be fair, you shaved your beard last year, and I was
Shut
like,
up.
don't you ever fucking do that again.
Shut up.
Whatever this is going on needs to go.
Shut up.
And then this last one I thought was really funny. This is Kendall. She was a cucumber because
She didn't know how to cut cucumbers.
yeah, it was
Awesome.
like a joke on the Kardashians. Kendall was trying to cut a cucumber and
It was
just
painful to
could
watch.
not figure out how, and so she made fun of herself, which I appreciate that.
Can we put this back up? Did she go to a studio for her Halloween party? Like, Kardashian and Jenner pictures are always so perfect, like staged. Thank you. Like,
Listen, I'm just saying, like, if you're a full-time content creator, which I feel like every Kardashian Jenner is at this point, because even though you may have like other jobs or whatever, you're still a content creator. You make a good amount of money.
So am
She
I.
probably made that costume and took that picture a month ago.
I do agree. The Toy Story outfit was far better.
oh God.
It was.
Was she Toy
Jessie.
Story last year?
She
Is
was
that
No,
what
she
she
was
was last year?
Jessie.
No, she was
But
Jessie.
it was
Oh, okay.
But it was risque, Jesse.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it was.
Most content creators have like a studio within their own home, so the
Yeah.
lights are
Especially
already-
billionaires.
So do I.
creators.
It's called the closet. It doesn't look like that.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it was probably taken in her little closet.
Except for it was probably a big-ass room. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, so those were the Halloween costumes that we got from the Suns. Did you guys have a good Halloween last night? Did you go trick-or-treating? Did you have trick-or-treaters?
Did I
What was the
go
deal?
trick-or-treating? No,
I
did
did
not.
with my daughter.
Yeah, what was
And I
Ro?
went as the OG fairy.
That's right, you
And
were. We
she
should have
went as
pulled
a
that
fairy,
picture. I
so,
totally forgot about that. Espo
yeah.
posted a picture of it. It was
You
hilarious
can,
in our chat.
yeah. So we went out and had some fun, and yeah, she conned me into putting on fairy wings, and I wore some rainbow glasses to go along with it, and we had fun. It was too much candy, though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of candy.
I enjoy Halloween each year. We kept it really low key this year. Went to a couple friends' house, handed out candy, and then ate some pizza.
Thank God.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I sat.
Did you turn your light off?
No, I turned my light off. We went to a neighbor's house and we just sat in the garage and then
okay.
handed out candy and stuff like that. But like, it was just weird because last year there wasn't a lot of kids that were roaming the streets, and this time they had more kids out there trick or treating. Hopefully next year there'll be more than that because it was kind of sad last year when nobody was trick or treating. I don't know what happened there. It's a Sunday, and I
Yeah,
live in Gilbert, so
this is true.
Kind of makes sense.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning into the pregame show. We'll see you right back here after the show or the game wraps up,
Should I tell my story in postgame?
if you want to.
Maybe you should come back and I'll explain what I said earlier in the
No
pregame.
promises, but we'll see. Okay, bye.
Hey yo, my lifestyle is retro. Tell the Phoenix Metro. Megas in control and he ain't never gonna let go. PHNX though. Lindsey, Gerald, Espo. Saul pass the ball. We here to turn up the tempo.